Hello. Thank you for joining me for this short chair class. Many of us are confined to our homes, or if we're not confined to our homes or our school, we are at least not able to go about our routine like we usually are. This class is intended to kind of get us in the present moment so that we can, rather than being stressed out about our schedule being off, that we can kind of enjoy breathing and moving and to help loosen things up. Sometimes when we sit a lot and we're not as active as we usually are, we can start to feel stiff and uncomfortable. So hopefully this will kind of bring us back into a little bit more mobility and comfort. So join me in a chair. You don't have to have a mat, just a chair where your feet can touch the floor. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. If you want to get a little bit more engagement in the core, the hips, belly, back, have your chair away, or have your back away from the chair. If you need a little bit more support for your back, then you can lean back against the chair. Just make sure that you have as little slouching, kind of slumping as possible. So feet about hip distance apart. All right, inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We'll begin with a pranayama or a breath regulation. Samavriti, equal ratio. So we're going to breathe in for 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And once more, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, hands down to the thighs. One more time. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down to the thighs. All right, so the left hand can either clasp the chair, or you can keep your left hand on your thigh. Inhale the right arm up and over. Exhale down. Try to keep that arm either toward the ear or behind the head if possible. Exhale and lower. Once more, inhale. Exhale and lower. We'll switch sides, left arm this time. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to cross the right ankle over the left ankle. And we're going to hinge forward, reach the ribs forward, inhale. Exhale, round the back, press the hands away, lengthen the arms. Inhale, ribs forward. Exhale, round the back, chin toward the chest. One more, inhale, ribs forward. Exhale, round the back, chin toward chest. Inhale, come center. Exhale, both hands to the outside of the right leg, and we twist toward the right. And we're going to stay there for 2 breaths. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And on the exhale, unwind. All right, cross the left ankle over the right. And here we go. Hinge forward, ribs are forward. Inhale. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, ribs forward. Exhale, round the back. One more. Inhale, ribs forward. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, seated nice and tall. On an exhale, both hands go to the outside of the left leg, and we look over our left shoulder, twisting to the left. 2 breaths there. Breathe in. breathe out. One more, breathe in. And on the exhale, come center. All right, we're going to take our feet nice and wide, a little bit wider than our hips. Right hand to the right thigh, left hand to the left thigh. Inhale, reach the ribs forward. Exhale and round. Inhale, ribs forward. Exhale, round. One more, ribs forward. On an inhale. Exhale and round. Now keeping the knees as wide as they are, heel toe the feet in so that you can kind of let the soles of the feet move toward each other, so that outside edges of the feet, the pinky side toe, pinky side of the foot, that part of the foot is on the floor. And we're just letting our hips relax. A couple more breaths. And then right where you are, bring your feet so that the soles of the feet come to the floor and the knees come toward one another. We're going to cross, if it's accessible, cross the right ankle over the left knee. If that is not accessible, just cross the right ankle over the left ankle again. All right. And we're just going to look down toward that left foot. You can cross the forearm over the thigh and the shin. Keep the foot flexed and the toes active. That will help protect the knee and allow the hip to get the stretch rather than causing any pain in the knee. And come up. So you can stay there or cross the right knee over the left knee. If that is not accessible, just cross at the ankle. Take the right hand to the back of the chair. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, twist toward the right. 2 more breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And on the exhale, come center. Feet a little bit wider than our hips. Inhale, ribs forward. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, ribs forward. Exhale, round the back. We have one more. Inhale, ribs forward. Exhale, round the back. On an inhale, sit up nice and tall. Keep the knees where they are and heel toe the feet in, and we'll be moving the soles of the feet toward one another, pinky toe side of the foot near the floor. Relax the legs. A couple breaths there. And then right where you are, start to bring the legs toward one another. You can either cross the left ankle over the right ankle or left ankle over right knee. Keep the foot nice and active. You can put the forearm across the shin and the thigh. And we're just going to look down at that right foot. A few breaths here. Should be no pain in our joints. We may feel sensation in our muscles, but we don't want any pain. And then slowly come up and either cross knee to knee or leave the cross at the ankle. Left hand to the back of the chair. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, twist toward the left. 2 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. And on an exhale, come center. Uncross the legs. Bring both hands to the back of the chair. We're going to lengthen the right leg and then lower. Lengthen the left leg and then lower. Scoot so that the edge of the chair is where we're sitting as opposed to sitting way back in the seat. So come toward the edge of the chair. So our hands are on the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. We're going to reach the ribs forward and lift the ribs. All right. So you can take your legs out long. You want to make sure that your knees aren't locked, because if we were to scoot out of the chair, that's not going to be a good thing. So we want the soles of our feet on the floor, but the legs are moving toward straight. They're not straight. Okay, so you're going to hopefully feel a stretch in the top of the feet as the balls of the feet reach toward the floor, lengthening the legs as much as we can as the sole of the foot reaches toward the floor. Keep breathing. And then slowly come back to seated. Bring the right leg out to the side as much as is comfortable. So maybe our legs are about a right angle, and the right forearm to the thigh. Left hand to the hip. We're just going to open up. We're twisting the right side of the ribs, the underneath side, toward the front. We're going to look over the left shoulder. Bring the left arm out to the side, and maybe bring that hand behind the head if it's accessible. Pressing down with the right forearm, reaching up with the left elbow. If bringing the gaze up toward the ceiling is uncomfortable for the neck, and you can always bring your gaze forward. And come center. So we're just going to switch sides. So now the left leg out to the side. So the legs are kind of at a right angle. Left forearm to the thigh, right hand to the hip. So spin the underneath side of the ribs toward the front, right hand to the hip. Maybe look toward the ceiling. Right arm comes out to the side. If it's accessible, bring the hand behind the head, or you can just lengthen the arm. If having the gaze up toward the ceiling is not comfortable for the neck, bring the gaze forward. So we're pressing down with the left forearm, reaching up with the right elbow. And come center. All right. So the palms of the hands are going to be pressing toward the seat of the chair. They do not have to touch the seat of the chair, but we want to avoid having the shoulders up by the ears. Inhale, center. Exhale, right ear toward the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear toward the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Bend the elbow and reach that elbow down toward the seat. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Bend that elbow. Press it down toward the seat. Inhale, center. Inhale, the arms out front. Exhale, press back. Reach the ribs forward. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale the arms forward. Interlace the fingers. And then exhale. If it's accessible, start to press the palms away. Inhale, hands toward the heart. Exhale, press the palms away. Inhale, hands toward the heart. Exhale, press the palms away. Inhale, release the clasp. Exhale, either give yourself a hug or elbow to elbow. Keep breathing here. You can stay in that reaching toward opposite shoulder, or if you have the full eagle arms where you interlace and bring the palms toward each other, that is fine too. So I'm going to stay in the hugging the shoulders position the first time. Lift the elbows up, tuck the chin slightly, and lift the ribs. So we're just going to move the elbows from right to left, right to left. One more time, right to left. And now try to separate the shoulder blades from one another. So you may get a rounding in the back in between the shoulder blades. And then slowly unwind and release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, interlace the fingers the opposite way, and on the exhale, if it's accessible, press the palms away. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, press away. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, press away. One more, hands to heart. Exhale, press away. Release the hands on an inhale. On the exhale, cross opposite arm over and maybe reach for the shoulders. Or if we have Garudasana arms, eagle arms, that is good too. So that's where I'm going to stay here. So on an inhale, lift the elbows up. On an exhale, curl down. On an inhale, lift the elbows up. On an exhale, curl the elbows toward the low ribs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl toward low ribs. Inhale, stay centered. 2 breaths here as we broaden in between the shoulder blades. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Slowly unwind. We're going to open our arms up wide like we're giving somebody a big hug. Hard to do if we have to stay far away from our loved ones, right? We can imagine. Exhale, bring the palms toward each other around the back. Inhale, arms open. Exhale. One more inhale. On an exhale, just bring the hands down by the side. All right, so we're going to come forward toward the edge of the chair again, and we're going to lengthen our right leg, hands to the thighs, and we're just going to hinge forward in our chair. Maybe look toward the right foot. Start to bring the chin toward the chest. Look toward the shin. Look toward the thigh, and then maybe look toward the belly. And then slowly come up, and we'll switch sides. So lengthen the left leg, hands are on the right thigh, hinge forward so the ribs are toward the thigh. Then start to tuck the chin, look toward the shin, look toward the thigh, and look toward the belly. And then slowly come up. All right, so that was a very brief chair class, but hopefully we got a little bit of movement to help us feel a little less stiff, a little less sluggish, a little less out of sorts, and more in the present moment, more fluid, more comfortable in our body. A seated Shavasana, you can relax back against the chair if you'd like. Relax your shoulders, relax your eyes. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes, whichever is comfortable. And the hands can just rest comfortably on the thighs or rest one hand on top of the other. Our closing thought comes from Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. A refuge is a safe place to go. We are safe. He gives us strength to deal with changes in our schedule, in where we're staying, when things are uncertain. A present help. He's there now, and He is with us. He's present. He is there. And a help in times of trouble. And trouble doesn't have to be something monumental, something that troubles us, something that bothers us. It could be anything. It could be anything. Big, small, something that may not bother anybody else but just bothers us. So if God, the creator of the entire universe, is present, is with us to help us, we really have nothing to be troubled about. So you're welcome to stay here in your seated Shavasana. Give thanks for the many blessings that we have. Or join with me, hands in prayer, Anjali Mudra. Namaste.